So, since me, my mate, and my sister have played a lot of Dying Light 2, I can clearly give a full review of it right now, because DLC doesn't come out until the end of the month and such, and a patch and stuff like that. So, apparently I'm going to go over a review on certain things about the game, and such, and what you'd probably expect, like if you actually played it now. Now, one thing I can say, the game is a buggy mess. No matter what you do in the game, it always leads to bugs. So like, if you're trying to do a quest, like a lot of quests or whatever, like certain amounts of quests or whatever, I mean, sometimes it can do it on any. Like, say you're trying to mess with a door and it says, can enemies nearby? And clearly there isn't. That's one bug, right? There's many more like that. You want to talk to a quest guy and it still says, can't enemies nearby. So that's another one, basically, that you usually get. Now, the canteen is very bugged, because the reason for that is, you would get, it would disappear somewhat. It looked like some of it has disappeared, like the walls and such, which is, a problem, because the problem I think of is basically if I did approach that, I would go through the floor. Yeah, the floor is another problem in the game, because if you go through the floor, you die. It has happened with the elevator before, where I fall through the floor of the elevator and I just die by toxin or whatever. I've also run around the map and fell through the floor a couple of times, which is another bug, which is not really a very nice bug. You also get certain zombies and such that can't be hurt, because of the bug, meaning making them unkillable, which is another bug that you can get. So there's also ones like where enemies get like trapped in corners or walls or under floors and you can't kill them. Like, say for example it's a boss or something like that, or it's a mission boss or whatever, and you can't get to them no matter what you do. Some enemies you're actually able to kill them when they're like under the floor or something like that, but some enemies you can't actually kill them no matter what you try to do. So that's another. The other bug I'm gonna mention is some enemies go invisible for like a couple of seconds and then reappear as normal, and then they'll like disappear again, like, you know, like the Invisible Man sort of thing. They just like reappear, disappear, reappear, disappear, some of them. So yeah, so there's apparently lots and lots of bugs. The other one I'm going to mention is you get a black screen, and you wait ages on that black screen. That's another bug that takes absolutely ages to get through. The other one is when you're doing a mission objective and it takes ages to like load up, like to load into the next thing, and sometimes like after you've chatted to that person, it wouldn't even, you know, progress until a certain time of went past, meaning you'd be sat around doing nothing until it starts, or something like that, or the mission ends or whatever, which is another problem. And another thing is with the train station one, if you actually fast travel to a train station, you get stuck like halfway through the floor. Like half your body would stick up out of the floor. That's another bug. that you can't really fix as of right now. Yeah, also trophies is another one. Trophies is another bug that basically doesn't really, apparently it doesn't seem to fix the issue. Now I'm probably going to list a couple that don't really work because they're bugged. Now the first trophy is called Don Quixote, and what you have to do, you have to activate all the windmills, and everyone has done that. I had to do the story twice, one on mine, which I actually did activate all the windmills, and then on my sister's data, we activated all the windmills again, and still didn't get the trophy. So that's a buggy trophy. Now the other one I'm going to mention is a man on a mission. Now with that one, you have to meet all your Spackle love interests. Now basically it's to do with missions, like it basically happens normally, like you go to these certain people's people, whatever, like while you're actually on these certain missions, and you wouldn't unlock the trophy at all. So that's another one that's broken, which is just not a great one, to be honest. It's literally broken as hell. So in a way, that one just doesn't work whatsoever. Yeah, so yeah, so apparently I have got like lots of bugs, like ones that I've actually encountered and such. So also certain enemies appear in a safe zone by a bug. They just end up in there, and you'll have no idea how they got in there in the first place. It's like the metro station, like you're in there in like a safe zone, and all of a sudden a zombie just teleports there, and you have no idea how it got there. It's a bit strange because it's like a bug, like it wasn't there before and then it appears there all of a sudden, which is another bug that you basically would encounter. A lot of enemies just end up, I don't know, going weird and such. Yeah, so it is weird, because due to the amount of bugs that was happening in the game, since me and my sister and my mate actually had done a lot or whatever, we didn't do the night trials because, you know, it might be bugged or something like that, because most things were bugged. So we all decided to give it a rest for a certain amount of time or something, like to wait until the end of the month when hopefully it'll, like, Techland will fix the bugs, hopefully, because we can't do anything unless they fix it. No, I mean, because I know the patch 3 will have certain amounts of things. It'll have New Game Plus as one. It'll have more DLC, like more missions and such, which could be one. Meaning you'd be able to do a lot more. The bugs, most of the bugs would not probably be fixed by then, hopefully, because then it won't be a big, massive, giant mess like it is now. So it's not a great one. When you're doing counter bugs, because it usually leads to this huge disappointment and such, and you just, you just can't pretty much stop the bugs from happening. Like, certain enemies appear in certain locations that you can't have them appear, and they actually do anyway. Now, the other thing I'm going to mention is the peacekeepers, or, you know, like the survivors or whatever, like whatever in your safe zone. Now, apparently they have this problem where they react in a way that there's nobody there. So to them, they think there's somebody there, and they would do some weird shit and end up chucking themselves off of roofs, which is like another bug to them, because they don't act normal or anything like that, because there's actually no enemies attacking them. It's just plain out weird, because a couple of times I had to jump on them to throw them off, because they were acting weird. So a couple of them would like stare at a wall or something like that, like in fight stance or whatever, thinking there's an enemy there again, but there isn't. Apparently it's playing out weird at the moment. So apparently at the moment we are waiting for like the DLC for the end of the month. So I don't think we'll be playing Dynamite 2 until, you know, the end of the month, when it probably gets fixed. So apparently you'll be having a long wait, however. So in the meantime, we are thinking about playing something else or something like that, because you know, everyone needs to play something else if something's broken in games or whatever. So apparently we are thinking a couple of games at the top of my head. Two games that me and my mate agreed on. One of them was First Class. Me and my sister have played that. My mate hasn't, so he seems interested because it's similar to Among Us in a way, but a bit different because you rely on oxygen. Now, he also is interested on Minecraft. I apparently didn't expect him to actually agree on Minecraft, because I kept trying to get him into it, and then I stopped talking about it, and then he agreed to actually play with it, play on Minecraft, and I was like, wow, okay, that's good. And I was also, I was asking my sister, and my sister said she's not interested in Minecraft, and I actually said to Chris, I'm like, okay, it'll just be the two of us. So apparently that's one game that my sister won't play anymore. It is devastating, because Minecraft is a good game. Apparently it can be boring when you're doing it alone, but it can be fun when you're playing it together, which is why I got bored of Minecraft, because I was always doing it on my own. So at least with a friend or something like that, it'll be more interesting, and such. So apparently the other game I think Chris might get involved is Minecraft Dungeons, because he looks like he's interested in Minecraft now, which could actually end up being fun, doing certain different things to stay entertained and stuff like that. Yeah, so apparently I did say to him, so apparently we were talking about in party chat about the games and such, and I actually found 3 games that have online multiplayer. Now the games I listed was Everybody's Golf, Minecraft Dungeons, and It Takes Two, because I thought that'd be good, because, you know, even though It Takes Two requires only 2 players, the other 2 games are up to more than 2 players, which is suggestions on, you know. And then Chris says Minecraft sounds good, and then I said, yeah, going through dungeons, which I actually thought he meant, you know, the other one, the Minecraft dungeon one. So apparently he seems interested in both of them, and he said ordinary Minecraft sounds good as well, meaning, you know, he could end up playing both of those games. which will be fun. I don't know if my sister will play the Minecraft Dungeons because it's different to the normal Minecraft one. So I think the reason we probably would play Minecraft, like me and my mate, is because we like to cause havoc across each other. Especially like if you're doing something for fun and you end up smacking animals or something like that, like smacking each other as well. It's funny because we do it in a lot of games where we just intend to hurt each other on purpose for a laugh, which I find really, really funny. Yeah, so anyway, he actually did say I would be willing to play Minecraft in first class, apparently, which is basically what I was saying before. And he said, I wonder if Kyle would play those two games, and actually replied to that. She's not keen on Minecraft, even though she's played it before. And I also added, she didn't say no at first class, and then I added, it'll just be me and him playing Minecraft. And he said okay. So apparently that's most positive because he's down for it. Even I'm down for it. I've still got the game up there in Minecraft. So whenever he's ready or something like that, even though my data probably would be gone by then, really meaning I have to start from scratch, I don't mind. As long as I'm happy playing Minecraft, because I can create anything, have a bunch of laughs. Now, what I'm thinking is because I've got my mate involved in Minecraft, that means we'll be doing the one with like enemies in it, meaning they'd be trying to attack us, we'd be trying to attack them, which I think, instead of doing it peaceful, because I actually think if you did it peaceful, it'd probably get boring, so that's definitely a thing to keep him entertained and keep me entertained, like we work together and such. There'll be a lot of laughs, a lot of deaths, a lot of falls and stuff like that, a lot of like lava deaths and such. So it apparently is a change. Yeah, so apparently it is a change to apparently what we would end up playing. Apparently Minecraft is cheap at the moment, so that's actually pretty good. So that actually makes me happy to play something that I haven't played in a while, something that I probably haven't, I'd probably stream those games, the ones that don't have issues like Dying Light 2, where it has a bunch of errors. Now, I don't think Minecraft would have a lot of errors, because I think they improved on that somehow. So I think it could end up better, I think, because with Dying Light 2, we had a bunch of problems. We had like a lot of errors and such, so I didn't really stream the game. That's the reason that I didn't stream it, and people were able to watch it. That's why I posted videos instead of all the bugs and laughs that we had. That's what I did, so people be able to see it and whatever better. So that's if we get like errors or something like that. Like if it's like constant, then we just don't live stream. So apparently, in other words, we just post videos or whatever, and such. Now, my sister doesn't really post as many videos as me. She doesn't really do it that often. It's like rare or something like that. My mate doesn't really post any content. He just likes to stick around, which is fine for him. Apparently it's still good to like have him like show up in like my live streams or whatever. Like if he's not actually playing a game right there and then, if he just joins in, like say if I'm playing something else, it's good to actually have him join every once in a while, like whenever he feels free to, which again is fine. Yeah, so apparently next month we got the Among Us, which I'm assuming will be absolutely funny and fun. Having a lot of things going on between the crewmates and the imposters. Now, I could find funny is I wouldn't be able to tell who the imposter actually is. Meaning, if any, like if my mate or my sister is actually the imposter, they can't tell me, which I have to try and guess who that imposter actually is. So if I find out who the imposter actually is, then I would determine on try to get one of them voted out. And the one, whoever's the imposter out of the two, would try to lie. You know what I mean? Try to lie in a way to say, oh, it's the other person that did it. So, apparently I think it could be funny because you can choose a role, you could choose to be a shapeshifter, meaning if you're a shapeshifter, you can easily fool them, easily, which is a good trait because it gets everyone confused, and then you turn around, and then the person that's the crewmate would turn around and say, no, I was in the electrical thing or something like that, or, you know, like somewhere doing tasks or something like that, saying I wasn't anywhere near that body. So it would go on like that in a way, where you're like, I did not allow her, and then but it'd be even funnier like you actually saw that person of that same color running past or something like that, and you're like, I just saw somebody that looks like me. So that would be one straight out vote. So apparently that's a good thing. Apparently, then you got like the engineers and such that actually that go into the vent, and usually when you see somebody go into a vent, you think that's an imposter because it usually is most of the time, because you start to think it is, and then you're like, okay, you're the imposter, I'll vote you straight out. So yeah, so apparently that'll be funny to play with everyone. Even though it basically does require a large amount of players, so that means even though there's no actual in-game chat at this point, I'd probably have to, well, everyone is trying to go for in-game chat, or maybe they've like sorted it by now, I don't know, but it will be funny. It'd probably be easier to type, however, than the other controllers, because with the Switch, however, it was a bit difficult to type. But this time around, it could be a lot easier, because you've got the option where you could say, oh, I was in the thingy, I was in the, you have like a text, automatic text thing, where you put, I was at the thingy, I was here, or whatever, which is a bit easier, because you know, typing is a mess on. So yeah, that's another one. Apparently it is crossplay, the game. You can play with like other console people, meaning it's fun both ways, no matter what you play on or whatever. So apparently as soon as the DLC comes out by the end of the month, and the patches get fixed for Downlight 2, then everyone will actually go back to it, and play more of it or whatever. My mate has actually uninstalled it for now. He will install it again when everything's like updated and whatever. He will, apparently. So for me, I'm just keeping it as it is right now. Like, just, you know, I'd probably knowing me, I'd probably put it in my PS Plus storage for Dying Light 2. I put it in there for now, so I have more space or whatever, so I can do something else until they fix the issue and whatever, and then like and then we go back to it or whatever. So yeah, now I think basically if I had to give Dying Light 2 a review, for now, since it has all these bugs and could have been better, I would have to give it a 7 out of 10. Because the bugs, no, it's a good game. I mean, it's not bad for like a score. But the reason I give it a 7 out of 10 is because of all these bugs that's happening in the game, which makes it lag and whatever. Makes the screen crash and stuff like that. So for now, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. When they fix the bugs, then I'll give it a higher rating. That's if they fix it. So yeah, apparently, that's what I think. So yeah.